Under an empty sky, where silence stretches farther than the eye can see, something forgotten waits. No trees, no birds, no movement. Just wind, dust, and time. In the middle of this clean, open, deserted land sits a shape that once defined luxury itself, a 1937 Rolls-Royce, or what remains of one. At first glance, it barely looks like a car anymore. Rust has eaten through its skin like a slow disease. The body is pitted, scarred, and flaking, as if the metal itself is tired of holding together. Dust coats every surface, thick enough to mute reflections, thick enough to hide memories. The tires lie flat against the ground, deflated long ago, surrendering the car's weight back to the earth. The windows are cracked, spiderwebbed with fractures that catch the light and scatter it into broken patterns. This Rolls-Royce hasn't moved in decades. It hasn't spoken in decades. And yet it feels heavy with stories. Once this machine glided through city streets in near silence, carrying power, prestige, and elegance. Once it was polished to a mirror finish, its engine humming with mechanical confidence. Now it stands abandoned, stripped of purpose, stripped of voice, stripped of dignity. Time has been merciless. The chrome trim is dull and corroded, peeling away in places like old scars reopening. Hinges groan faintly when touched, as if protesting the disturbance. The doors resist, then finally give, revealing an interior frozen in decay. Leather seats cracked and hardened, no longer soft but brittle like dried earth. Fabric sagging from the ceiling, stained by moisture and age. The steering wheel worn smooth in places where hands once rested, guided journeys, made decisions. This car has seen a world that no longer exists. The discovery isn't dramatic. No crowds, no celebration. Just a quiet moment when someone stops, looks closer, and recognizes what this really is. Beneath the rust, beneath the dust, beneath the damage. A Rolls-Royce doesn't lose its soul easily. The decision to save it is not logical, it's emotional. Restoring a car like this is never about money or efficiency. It's about respect, about listening to what time tried to erase, about believing that silence doesn't always mean the end. Transportation begins carefully. There's no rushing this part. The frame is fragile, weakened by corrosion and neglect. Every movement is deliberate, controlled, almost gentle. As the car is lifted, dust breaks free and drifts into the air, as if the past itself is exhaling. The flat tires protest one last time before leaving the ground, leaving behind faint impressions where the car stood for years. As it's secured and moved, the surroundings fade away. The open, empty land releases its grip. The Rolls-Royce is no longer abandoned. Not anymore. The restoration begins not with tools, but with patience. Cleaning is the first act of respect. Thick layers of dirt are carefully washed away, revealing more damage, yes, but also revealing shape, line, intention. Water flows across rusted panels, turning dust into muddy streams that run off and disappear. Every rinse exposes details long hidden. The curvature of the fenders, the elegance of the grille, still proud beneath corrosion, the iconic presence that even decay couldn't fully destroy. As the car is cleaned, it feels less like an object and more like a survivor. Every inch tells a story. Every stain marks a moment in time. This isn't just dirt being removed. It's years of silence being gently peeled away. The body repair phase is where the real battle begins. Rust doesn't surrender easily. Panels are examined, tapped, tested. Some sections are too far gone and must be removed entirely. Cutting into the body feels almost surgical, precise, and necessary. Each damaged piece is separated, exposing the skeleton beneath. The frame, though scarred, still holds strong, a testament to the craftsmanship of another era. New metal is shaped by hand, not rushed, not forced. Each curve is recreated to match the original lines drawn nearly a century ago. Sparks fly as welding begins, brief flashes of light breaking the quiet. The smell of heated metal fills the air. Old and new become one, fused together, restoring strength where weakness once lived. Slowly, the Rolls-Royce begins to stand taller. Gaps are aligned, surfaces are smoothed, imperfections are chased away, not erased, but corrected. This is not about making it something new. This is about returning it to what it was always meant to be. Then comes the moment when color returns. Painting a car like this is not decoration, it's revival. Layers of primer settle over the repaired body, sealing the work beneath. The surface transforms from raw metal into a blank canvas. When the final color is applied, it flows evenly, gracefully,
restoring depth and richness that the car hasn't known for generations. Each pass of paint brings back authority, presence, calm confidence. Once cured, polishing begins. Slow, methodical movements coast reflections back to life. Light dances across the body again, uninterrupted by rust or decay. Where there was once dullness, now there is depth. Where there was damage, now there is continuity. The exterior no longer looks abandoned. It looks respected. Inside, the transformation is just as profound. The interior restoration starts with removal. Old seats are lifted out, their frames exposed. The leather, once luxurious, has hardened and cracked beyond saving. It's replaced with materials chosen to honor the original design, textures that feel rich without being modern, colors that whisper rather than shout. The dashboard is restored piece by piece. Instruments are cleaned, recalibrated, revived. Each gauge is treated like a relic, because that's what it is. The steering wheel is refinished, regaining its smoothness, its warmth, its connection to human touch. Sound insulation is carefully installed, restoring what Rolls-Royce once mastered better than anyone else. Silence, not emptiness. Controlled quiet, the kind that makes motion feel effortless. Under the hood, the engine waits. This is the heart, the soul, the place where silence is earned. Decades of neglect have taken their toll. Components are seized, coated in grime, locked in place by time. Disassembly reveals the depth of the challenge. Every part is cleaned, measured, evaluated. Some pieces can be restored. Others must be remade with precision that matches the original craftsmanship. Bearings are replaced, pistons cleaned and balanced, valves restored. The engine slowly comes back together, not as a modernized machine but as a faithful resurrection. Every bolt is torqued with care, every connection double-checked. This is not about speed, it's about harmony. Fluids return, systems are tested, breath returns to the machine. The moment comes when the engine is ready to speak again. There is a pause, a breath held, then the ignition. At first, nothing, then a subtle movement, then sound. Not a roar, not aggression, just presence. A deep, controlled whisper of mechanical life. The kind of sound that doesn't demand attention, but commands respect. The Rolls-Royce is alive. Final assembly brings everything together. The restored body meets the revived interior. Chrome pieces are polished and reinstalled, reflecting the world again. New tires replace the flat, forgotten ones, lifting the car off the ground with quiet confidence. Every detail matters. Every line is checked. Every surface is honored. And then the final reveal. The car stands alone once more in an open space, but this time it is not abandoned. It is complete. Light glides across its polished surface. The reflections are clear. The stance is dignified. The presence undeniable. This is no longer rust. No longer silence born of neglect. This is silence by design. A 1937 Rolls-Royce, restored not just to move, but to exist again with purpose. A reminder that true craftsmanship outlives time. That patience can reverse decay. That even when something appears lost beyond saving, its story may not be finished. The engine rests quietly now, ready. The interior waits, calm and inviting. The body reflects the sky without distortion. What once was forgotten, now stands timeless. And in that stillness, in that perfect quiet, you can almost hear the past whisper its gratitude.